Hey, this is Darl from Speedy Ortiz.
I'm Devin.
I'm Sadie.
And I'm Mike.
This is what's in my bag.
I'm chief, not the overthrown, captain of the crowdy. So if you wanna ride, you better have a fully good
I could start at this Chris Weissman record, Monet in the 90s.
Forgive and forget. You are the best. My cup would be empty, but yours is filled up the rest.
This is a Vermont guitarist and songwriter that we did a 7-inch split with. And he's pretty prolific. He's got a lot of stuff out. Mostly just have tapes by him.
Did Feeding Tube ever release the 88 song album?
It's on YouTube. He put out an 88 song cycle, I think is what he calls
it's
it.
one song for each key on the piano.
And it was a YouTube release.
Or something like that.
He's pretty cool.
I like this movie a lot. It's called Wrong Cops.
Can't imagine why he had to come into my living room to kill himself, though. I don't understand.
Maybe he just didn't want to dirty his own place up.
It could be just as simple as that.
The director of this movie is also known as Mr. Oizo. He's a weird electronic experimental guy. He's kind of mysterious, but he suddenly started directing movies.
I'm sorry, your song is a huge pile of shit. It won't go anywhere. Your visual approach has huge potential.
I'm really a cop. That's my job. This guy is really dying. We are for real.
It's about like cops who they're like techno nerds and they like sell drugs, but they sell them. I don't want to spoil all the jokes. Marilyn Manson's in it, and the dad from Twin Peaks, Ray Wise, yeah, he's in it, and Eric from Tim and Eric is in it. It's really bizarre.
It's my first choice. J Dilla Donuts. It's my favorite beat tape, and J Dilla is probably my favorite producer. And I just wanted it on vinyl for a long time. And it's got Lightworks. That's the jam.
Night of the Slips. The name of the game is Lightworks.
This is the Blondie record with Rapture on it, where she raps horribly.
It's toe-to-toe, don't move too slow, cause the man from Mars is through with cars. He's eating bars, yeah, walking wall, door to door, hall to hall.
Kudos for her for trying. What year was this? Probably like 1981 or something. It's like rap didn't really even exist. But I think Rapture is one of the coolest songs I've ever heard in my life. She's definitely like a disco artist, but there's something else going on there, I think.
I think we should both talk about our next picks.
Yeah, let's just do this one together.
Mike and I became friends because we both like Self a lot.
Yeah, you saw the Self sticker on my drum case and you were like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, yeah. This is the first Self album.
Wasted all of my precious time when I spend $1,000,000 to one.
My favorite, probably. But this is an EP that came out last year.
Tell me what you're running from. Let her run away.
You can have this if you want.
Uh,
You're gonna let me have Charlie XCX,
I'm
I
gonna
hope.
go Charlie XCX.
Are you gonna let me have that?
Yeah, my next pick was Charlie XCX. A lot of good tunes on here. Breaking Up, it's my favorite.
Hated your friends and your family too. So break it up was easy to do.
Do you have a friend opportunity?
No, no.
Deerhoof, since probably about 2008, has been one of my favorite, most influential bands in my life, especially like as a guitarist and a person that loves drum-heavy music. Just like watching them play live is just a joy. I saw them a few months ago and it blew my mind.
My next one's Madvillain. It's probably like one of my favorite collaborations between rapper and producer. I think it's like a really good idea to have the kind of superhero rapper style, I guess, of Doom. And then like the really weird beats of Madlib together. It's got America's Most Blunted. It's a great song.
Doom nominated for the best role L's, and they wondered how he dealt with stress so well. Wild guess, you could say he stays sedated. Some say booted, some say faded.
No Age. I like Nouns better than this one, but it wasn't in the store. But this one is almost as good. I think when I first heard them, it was hard for me to find bands that sounded like this at the time, and I didn't really get it at first. And then after a month or two, Nouns turned into my favorite record, and I was pretty pumped when this one came out.
got the Shamir album. Our friend Nick produced it. I haven't heard the whole thing yet, but On the Regular is pretty great.
On the Regular, yeah.
Yep, you know that I got it. This is me on the regular, so you know. This is me on the regular, so you know.
This is kind of uncomfortable to say. This is Rape Man, Two Nuns and a Pack Mule. I actually don't really know this album that well.
Oh, really? It rolls.
Yeah, I've heard it a couple times in the van, and it's really good.
I don't really know what it's in reference to, but
I think it's like a Japanese comic. I think Steve Albini's, is he the only one from Big Black that's in it?
I don't know. I mean, I just think of his bands as being his bands.
But I really like Shellac and Big Black a lot, so I figured I might as well get it. And I don't really see this that often. I like the cover a lot too. I like the exploding vacuum.
Deftones, Around the Fur. Growing up, they were like one of my favorite bands, and one of the few bands that I liked when I was like 11 that I like still really identify with in like a big way.
You also chose Around the Fur? You're kidding.
Not shocked.
Wow, look at that. The first album's good too, but this is like the classic probably. Even the more recent ones are like, I don't know, I think they've been pretty consistent, which is rare for bands that play this style of music, I think.
Electro-Shock For President by Brainiac. After I buy this today, I'll have every vinyl release that Brainiac put out. This is like the last thing they released. This one's a little less like rock than their previous stuff. It's a lot more like noisy keyboard stuff and weird vocals.
Go on and give me some fresh new eyes. Dress my tongue in a new disguise. Go on and give me a sexy mouth to taste it.
I know that like this EP specifically was a big influence on Nine Inch Nails, apparently. But the guitarist in this band, John Schmersall, is in a bunch of other projects that are a big influence on us too, like Enon and Vertical Scratchers.
Correct.
And John Stuart Mill. Yeah.
And that's a perfect transition to Van Halen.
Oh, you made way more interesting choices. than me.
1984. Eddie Van Halen is like one of the coolest guitarists ever.
Just show him the back.
Oh yeah, the back is
Looks amazing.
the best. But excellent guitar work. Hot for Teachers on this. Amazing song.
I got it bad, so bad. I'm hot for teacher.
And of course you have the baby smoking cigarettes on the front.
Classic. My last choice is not vinyl, but two collectible Simpsons characters. And I just really like that it's Grampa and Apu. I don't know who would have ever made the choice to put those two people together, but you know, it's a great combination. Great characters, you know, a lot of fun.
You didn't want to talk about Impets, huh?
I guess.
This is my favorite Fugazi album.
I'm not an expert on Fugazi, but I'm getting there. Maybe one day.
I think F Over D is my favorite song by them.
On this album?
That's not true, actually.
On this
Strangely,
album?
it's my favorite.
At the moment, probably No Surprise is my favorite. I've listened to The Argument enough times where I should probably move on to another Fugazi album.
Do you think Fugazi kind of sounds like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
My mom does. My mom just heard like probably this record when I was playing it one time. She was like, "They really take a lot from Red Hot Chili Peppers, don't they?" I was like, I don't know if that's the order in which things are being taken.
So this is my last one. Nick Drake, Pink Moon. This album like changed a lot of things for me. I do a lot of like acoustic fingerstyle stuff, and I used to be in this band that like really drew like heavily from this record.
I can dig a road that isn't through.
So yeah, the album art is amazing. Every track on this is amazing. And if I could rip off of Nick Drake for the rest of my life, I would not be mad at that.
That's it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna buy a lot of things now.
I was the best at